why did I started doing dopamine detox, how I'm gonna do it, and is it gonna be hard or not for me. In this video we're gonna talk all about this, and I guess the dopamine detox for me personally I need it in order to just rebalance my dopamine receptors or whatever, just dopamine levels, and just not be as distracted as I previously were. And right now I'm keep getting distracted so much, and it's just freaking annoying for me to just do the things that I really wanted to do. Just imagine you have some goals to do, and because of the fact that you're so distracted, you cannot just sit there and just work on them. So the dopamine detox that I'm gonna do is a little bit different than everyone else does, and it's actually just cutting off YouTube, cutting off not exactly social media because I'm not addicted to it at all, but mostly cutting off YouTube. And the most important thing that I need to do is to just cut off the YouTube, particularly when I am addicted to it and when I'm really needed to use it. Because I do realize that I'm not as addicted to YouTube as I can be, and I'm not actually addicted to it. I'm mostly like, I'm using it when I'm feeling down and when I don't know what to do. So instead of actually relying on YouTube and trying to solve my problems by using YouTube, I'm gonna try to solve it by myself without looking to any other answers, and just doing the things that I know and improving myself without looking on the YouTube. Because in the past, whenever I'm keep getting like depressed about the stuff that I wasted a bunch of like hours, or I cannot just sit down and do the work, I just opened the YouTube and did my best in order to just learn how I can just do the job that I really needed to do. But actually it was, my brain was actually sabotaging me from my own way to learn it. I never actually just tried to sit down and try to fix the problems that I have myself in the past. And a couple of days ago I did actually try to just sit down and give my subconscious time to think about it and solve my problems. I really didn't feel like doing nothing a couple of days ago, and when I just sit down and thought about it, what I can do to actually accomplish it, for some reason I get some ideas. I get actually those answers to my questions. I don't remember them now because I'm a little bit idiot, so let me actually try to find it. And I guess I would actually I wrote it down somewhere. Well, I completely forgot where I wrote it down, so instead of just reading it out loud, I'm gonna try to recall whatever the fact I wrote down. So basically, on that day, I wasn't feeling motivated to do stuff, but what I felt like doing is to just write down the things that I could do, and it was just 4 things that I can do, 3 actual things that I can do, is to work on my game, work on some little projects, and something else I don't exactly remember. But just on that particular day, when I'm feeling down, I just sit there and I give myself time to think about stuff. And my brain just gave the idea of just what, motivation is actually an emotion, which is logical, but whenever you feel like doing something and whenever you're not feeling like doing something, it's not depending on you. You're not controlling it. And afterwards I did realize this, well, I guess I will never be motivated to do stuff. So on that day I just tried to switch my strategy, not to seek the motivation and not to try to use willpower. So people might think that I'm not going to use motivation, so I'm going to try to discipline myself. No, I didn't. Instead, on that day, I just sit on my computer and I said, okay, what I can do today. All of those, I just picked one of those 3 tasks that I had, and I said, so what I can do about it, what is I can accomplish about it today. I simply used the David Goggins not the David Goggins, I'm sorry, I simply used the idea of just what I can accomplish today, how I can make 10% of this task, and which is pretty good idea to you. Like that's Jordan Peterson's idea of it. I mean, it's not his idea probably, but like that's what I remember. That's the person who gave me this idea, and I just on that day I said to myself, well, I guess I can actually just write down a little bit of a scenario. I guess I can do this. And whenever I just feeling like doing it, whenever I just realized that, oh yeah, I can do it, it just was a lot more easier for me to do it. I wasn't motivated to do it. I wasn't like I didn't have the passion towards doing it, but I did it. It wasn't hard for me at all. I just did it, and now I'm gonna try to learn a little bit more about it. I want to really learn, is it actually working or not? Like, I mean, how does it working, and can I use it to something else instead? And yeah, something like this. So yeah, dopamine detox, how I'm gonna do that, as I said, just no YouTube, no YouTube specifically when I need to find some problems. Instead, I need to just solve them by myself. And I'm gonna, actually, I really wanted to talk to you about, what was it talking about? Yeah, indeed. The way you think about yourself, your identity determines on how well you can accomplish things in your life. Because in the past, especially in those couple of days when I did actually a lot of job, I didn't feel like doing it. Mostly not because it wasn't emotional right, or I had some kind of a anxiety about it. Mostly it's not about it. Mostly it was just like, I cannot do it. The idea of I cannot do it, it is too hard. And the way I thought about myself was actually not true. And when I just sit there on a sofa and just try to recall like what I can do about it, and just everything just clicks, and my brain just like, oh, we can do this in this little task. I guess it's not too hard for us, so let's just actually try to do it. So as you can see, the way you think about yourself, the way you say to yourself, I can do this or I cannot do this, or just trying to lower your expectation about stuff, actually the best thing that you can do. And we need to just learn how to give up some identity and learn something else. So yeah, that's the how, and that's some other ideas of off topic. Now what we wanted to talk about, which is in dopamine detox. Is this gonna be hard? Yes, indeed, it will be hard for me, if I would say so to myself. If I will actually treat it as it will be hard, it will be hard. But we need to think, like, I'm not gonna lie to myself, because if I will lie to myself and my expectations about the dopamine detox will be ruined, it will be a lot more harder for me to do the dopamine detox once more. So instead, I'm gonna say it will be hard, but not in a way that I cannot like handle it. So I guess we can handle it, and we're gonna try to do it. It will be hard. A lot of people fail to do the dopamine detox. I could be one of them, but I'm gonna give it the best shot, and I'm gonna do my best to accomplish it. I believe in myself that I can do this. And that's the way you actually can develop a new identity and slowly ruin the past one. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and we're gonna do something about it. So yeah, as I said, we talked about the dopamine detox. Then we need to set some goals. I'm gonna set them, I'm gonna record them to you, and we're gonna do something else.